everybody, it's Emily from Life So Savory, and today embroidery machine that's also a regular sewing machine. So, my mind is blown because I've never really wanted to dedicate space to an embroidery machine, but now that I can have both in one small compact machine, super excited about the possibilities. And this is my very first project that I did yesterday, and it turned out perfect. So you can go ahead and check that out by tonight to get the full start to finish how to use the embroidery machine. So that's what we're doing. So, all right, so what I want to talk about today is this new fabulous machine that is both a sewing machine. You've been seeing me sew regular, you've been seeing me sew just like normal things on this machine. But it also is an embroidery machine. And when my brother rep first said she was going to send me this machine that's both a embroidery machine and a regular machine, I was a little bit nervous because I was kind of expecting a big machine, because I've seen some embroidery machines and they're a little bit on the large side. So I was not really sure how that would all go. So I just heard a car door slam. But it's not 10 yet. So, but when I pulled this out of the box and I saw how small and compact it was, I was super excited because this is all I want. I just, 80% of the time I'm just using a regular sewing machine and regular seams, and I just want to stitch it up like this. But the fun thing about this is it comes with this embroidery piece that once you put this on, it becomes an embroidery machine. So I'm just going to show you how it works. It's so easy to use. I was expecting, again, a lot bigger learning curve, but yesterday I did from reading the instructions, which I'm hoping today I won't have to read the instructions, but we'll see. Reading the instructions to having this finished design in about an hour. Okay? So at least I'm hoping today we can get the design done. If I don't get the pillow done, I'm not too worried about it. So, okay, so that is what we're doing. So the first thing you need to do to make it an embroidery machine is we turn it off and you pull off this, which is just like the, you can put stuff in there, case. Okay, and then you clip in. This actually has like a computer port that connects into the machine, and once this is snapped in place, now the machine works like an embroidery machine. But I love that I don't have to have this whole plate on there the whole time. So, you can tell I'm excited. So then you turn it on, and it will now give you readings as if it's an embroidery machine. Okay, so it says the cartridge of the embroidery unit will move. Keep your hands away from the cartridge. So, okay, good. And now we can start with the embroidery. So this machine has like 200 things already built into it. Letters, which I'm really excited to try for monogramming. All different fonts, even Chinese, Asian fonts, if only I was still in China. How do I go back? Oh, the back button. And then other, floral things. It also is Disney licensed, so there's tons of Disney things in here. So I know I need to try like some of the princess things for Rose. But it is fall, and so I wanted to make a fall design. So today we're going to make a little design on a fall pillow. And yesterday when I made this, I embroidered in the wrong spot on my fabric. So when I went to sew it up as a pillowcase, it actually is like not very good. So we're going to do it a little bit better today, I'm hoping. And you need this, you need a stabilizer. This is the Brother Enovis line, and this one in particular is the NS1750. But I think all the Brother Enovis machines are the sewing / embroidery. So if you're like me where you don't really want to fully commit to getting an embroidery machine because you really think you're going to primarily still just sew, which is what I think I'm going to dabble in embroidery, but I don't I think I'm still gonna mostly just do the sewing that I've been doing. So this is like a great way to be able to have both. Well, you have to finish your cereal before I give you more toast. Okay, so I have marked on here with a pin, my help. I've marked where I want the pin, and I'm hoping this will fold into a better pillow. And then here is the embroidery hoop. Okay, so we got to match the arrows. So I'm going to put this under, and there is iron-on stabilizer, which as a newbie, I didn't realize when I was ordering off Amazon. And so I didn't get iron-on, so I have to just kind of place it in here carefully when I'm doing it. But I would probably suggest that the iron-on would make this easier. Okay, so I have to find the screw side here. Honestly, this is like the hardest part of the whole thing, getting it in the hoop. All right, so where did those screws go? Oh, here, okay. So I want to make this bigger so I can press this down inside. Can you guys see okay? All right. I'm not making, oh, spray adhesive, that's a good idea. That would be, since I've already purchased this huge stack of, all right, so I'm just pulling, this is flannel because I want to make cozy fall, cozy couch pillows. All right, so I pulled it tight. Here's what the back looks like. All right, so you can see my stabilizer didn't get up here, but the design will not be up there, so I'm not worried about that. It's still caught and will be tight enough over there, but spray adhesive is a great idea. So now I'm tightening the hoop. All right, and my pin is still fairly in the center, which is good. And now we have to put the embroidery foot on the machine. Okay, so this is the embroidery foot. Ah! I almost dropped it. While I'm doing this, let's talk about thread. So I'm totally new to the embroidery world. Yesterday was my first day ever in this world. So last week I went to Joann's and I knew I was going to make this fall pillow. So I bought this sulky embroidery thread. Now I didn't have enough coupons for all of them and it wasn't on sale. And these little babies, guess how much they are regular price at Joann's? How much do you think? For one spool of embroidery thread, not on sale at Joann's. Drink your milk. All right, so to put the embroidery thread on, you have to take off your whole foot. $8, like $8.99 or $8.50, which for a spool of thread, and I needed 4 different colors for this, I was like, no way. So I'm cheap, I know that. I buy fabric on sale, I buy things on sale. So I thought $8.50, especially if I want to build up a supply of like different colors of embroidery thread, was crazy. So then I went on Amazon and I was just looking for embroidery thread and I came across this bundle and it said it was good for embroider machines, which is why I went with this one. And for $36 I got a whole box. A whole box for $36. So anyway, now I have like every color under the sun and I'm super excited about that. So all right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide this hoop under the foot. And then these two little screws right here just click into place. Ta-da! Okay, so now we are embroidery machine ready. And another feature of this machine, which is the USB port. So you can go online, there's lots of embroidery sites, and you can buy any pattern for anything you could ever want. Okay, so I bought this fall design, I think it was on sale for $2.99. And so what you do is you just hit the, I'll show you. Here, I'll bring this a little bit closer so you can see, hopefully see what I'm doing. Okay, because I really want you to be able to see this awesome machine. Okay. So on here, you can choose all these different designs, and you can also choose the USB port. And then from there, I have my designs that I put on there. So it has to like load for a second here. And, oh, that's not the one I want. I want the one I did yesterday because I know how to use it. Okay, and I should have renamed the files. Okay, so I bought this little fall leaf design, okay? And what I did yesterday is you can go in and you can like change the colors for each thing. So this up here shows you it's the blue, which corresponds with the F. And if you want to change that to red, you just change that and then your F changes to red. So yesterday I went through and I changed all the colors, and then I realized actually I can put whatever color I want. I need to know what I'm looking at when I do it. So I'm not going to go ahead, I'm not going to change all the colors today, because you'll see as I do this, we really don't need to change the colors. We just need to know what we're doing, because this machine requires you to change, it only has one spool thing. So we have to change the thread each time there's a color change in the machine. Barbara, I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what a machine like this costs. But I could find out. You could also go to brother.com, brotherusa.com, and just look at the Enovis line and see what it is. Okay, so I'm going to start with, and embroidery. Then we go to embroidery, and now it tells us how long it's going to take and what colors we need. So it's going to start with the red F over here, okay, which I'm going to make in orange, and put each color on. Thanks. I'm not going to help you right now. All right, so I'm threading the thread through, and then what it said to do is we have to put it under the foot. So we put it through the foot, and then the directions said to do a couple stitches and then trim off this extra thread. Okay, so we're going to do that. Just let it do a couple stitches, and then I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to trim, which got all to the side. Trim that thread tail off, and then we start it again. So, nope, Tammy, you don't have to change the bobbin because you don't see the bobbin color. You only see the top color. So you'll see in a minute as it starts to take shape that we just have to do the top color. And I will have to compare what do I think about this thread as opposed to the more expensive Joann's thread. You know, I don't know if I'll notice a difference or not. I mean, obviously these colors are slightly different than the ones I used before, but so anyway, it does the work for you, and this says it'll take 2 minutes to do the F, so you just watch it, and then obviously you kind of have to be on standby because you have to be ready to change the colors multiple times. But so we'll go through and we'll do a couple color changes, and I'll just keep going until yeah, my delivery comes. So anyway, if you're just joining me, I'm Emily from Life So Savory here on Mama Loves Food. You can find my Facebook information in the link to this video. You can also find in the link to the description of this video a link to a blog post where I already did with this finished design. Okay, so I'm making the same design again, and well, I can't turn it off. Just leave it go and you can go down and do it. You've got yourself some bread. Well, I can't put it on pause. But I was saying at the very beginning of this video, okay, and it just cuts the thread and then you're done. Woohoo! The very beginning of this video that, did it not clip it? We have a shipment of household goods from Hong Kong that we've been waiting for a very long time, and they're being delivered this morning. So they said between 10 and 11, and it's now 10 minutes to 10 here. So if I suddenly say, gotta go, bye, and end this video, it's because I'm running out to get to meet the delivery man. What, Rosie? No paper towel? Look under the sink, honey. So I'm going to continue with this video until I get notice that our shipment is here, and then I will end this. And if I haven't finished the design, I will, of course, upload the finished product, a photo later. Goodness, I keep pulling that off. All right, so again, you thread the needle, and then you're supposed to put this under the foot, okay, and then lower the needle again, okay? And then again, we start it just for a couple stitches to get it locked in place, and then I'm gonna stop it and trim this thread, and then we start it again, and it's gonna make an A. And on my machine over here on the screen, I know it has an automatic threader, Rhonda, but I find it just easier to thread it myself. My mom has an automatic threader on her machine too, and I like can't get into it because I don't know, it's fairly easy for me to thread. So, okay, so you can see on this screen over here what is sewing. So the A is sewing, and it tells you how long it's going to take. Okay, I'm not following the colors. Obviously, I'm just putting whatever colors I want on it. But you can see that it's sewing the A. So this is how to enlarge, how to do small embroidery. So, right. So okay, sorry, I gotta just run and get some toilet paper out of the cupboard. Yes, I should have showed you how to enlarge or make it smaller. This design, because it's not one on this machine, was a set size. I couldn't enlarge it. But in fact, by the time you put the leaves on it, it does pretty much take the whole... Is the needle cutter? Oh, that one cut. Okay, so now we're on to the first L. It's telling me. Okay, so I'm going to use the yellow. Yes, Rose is cute, but she is also 3 and has, we've all kind of had a rough summer with moving and living in a hotel, and the boys starting a new school has been rough. So she also has, anyway, it's been rough for a lot of us. But we've now officially, as of today, been in our house for a month. So I feel like we're starting to actually resettle. Okay, so let's start the L, and we're gonna stop this, cut the tail again, and then start it. So Emily, I don't actually know how much this machine costs. You can check brotherusa.com and look for the Anubis line and go from there. But again, if you didn't see the very beginning, this machine, the embroidery part here completely comes off. Huh? So I have that in the bobbin, and then I am using embroidery thread. And I was talking at the beginning of the show how at Joann's, embroidery thread not on sale is $8, was $8 something a spool. So I went online and I ordered this online, and you can find the link to Amazon for this. I got this whole box of thread for I think $36, and you can find the link to that on the blog post. So if you click through, in the description of this video, there is a link to where I shared about the pillow I made yesterday. And if you click that, you can get details, even more details, and links even for the sewing machine in the blog post. So I didn't put those all on the video description, but they are for you in the blog post. So click through, check those out. So I would say, and anybody who actually has a full-on embroidery machine, please chime in. But I would say the difference between this sort of hybrid machine, where it's also a sewing machine. So, you know, you just take this embroidery plate off and put back on the small sewing machine side, and this just looks like a regular sewing machine, and it runs like a regular sewing machine. It's super small, super compact, just a great little machine. But I would say a couple differences I've noticed is, one, you have to thread each color one at a time, whereas, correct me if I'm wrong, but a regular embroidery machine, you could put all the colors on at once, I think. You know, I'm not 100% sure of that because I don't have one. And then also, with this machine, this is the largest hoop that you can get, so you can't add a bigger hoop to it. I think it just has this 4-inch hoop. So you are a little bit limited, but if you wanted to do large monogramming, I mean, you could make each letter the size of this hoop and just do A, B, C, each 4 inches. So telling me how many minutes it's taking for each one. This shows you where it is in the design, and then this shows you also what it's sewing. So it really is giving you lots of details. And back on the screen before, I did show you a little bit about editing the color, but it also does have where you can enlarge the size and a couple other editing features. So it does have tons of different things you can edit. So there, look at fall. Yay, yesterday was the first day of fall, right? On the 21st. So now we are moving on to the leaves, okay? So I'm going to put the green back on. And we're gonna do the first leaf. Really should have my tweezers here, it makes it a lot easier. And then it is easier if I raise that presser foot to get that thread under. Okay, so start it, stop it, trim that thread. I don't know if you don't trim the threads, if they get caught up, but that, I'm just following what the instructions said because, anyway, Hey Shanna, so the sewing machine could be for a beginner. I mean, there's no reason that it's not. I found the learning curve super easy on it, very easy to learn how to use. Even learning how to use this embroidery. Oh, today's the first day of fall. Okay, yay! Well, I'm celebrating with this pillow. I found the learning curve on this super easy, and the instructions really guided me through very easily to do it. I don't know how much it costs, so you'd have to click through. Diana, do you have the same machine, and you can get bigger hoops for it? Because for some reason I was thinking that you could only use this size hoop, but I might have to get a larger one. I don't know how. Yeah, I actually was given these machines by brother in exchange for teaching about them and using them on my live shows and on my blog. So that's how I ended up with these machines, and I'm loving using the new machines and finding out. Oh, sorry, Diana. Okay, Baby Lock Spirit. So I'll have to look. Maybe I can use different hoops with this. This is the one it came with, so I'll have to investigate because you know, there definitely would be some advantages to using larger hoops and being able to do larger designs. So, but I definitely know I can do this 4-inch hoop, and you could make I mean, obviously you can make it smaller within the 4-inch hoop. So I'm not sure about the larger. That would be something I definitely would have to look up. Again, this is literally my second time ever doing embroidery on this, and that's how easy it is that yesterday I read the instructions and I did it once, and now today I'm able to show you how it works and fairly know what I'm doing just after doing it one time. So it's really been simple. Shanna, yes, I have this stabilizer on the back. Okay. Elsa, you can buy, I don't think you can buy this exact model on Amazon, but you can definitely buy something similar on Amazon that would do this embroidery and be a regular machine. So I know I do have the auto threader on here, but I don't know. I don't mind threading the machine. For some reason, that is like, I've never been a huge auto threader fan, but once, I'm sure as I get older, okay, so Tracy, so she says it's 1,200. So yeah, you definitely, I guess, want to look and see if you find one or get one in this line, but that's a step down. I mean, this line is like 20 machines. So you don't have to get this particular one. You could definitely get a machine in this line that's on the lower end. So, yep, I think you can. So this is embroidery thread. So specifically for using an embroidery, and you can use this, yep, on any fabric. So, and then you also need the stabilizer on the back. That's what makes it not pulling through and making sure that this is staying flat. The stabilizer is a huge help in that. All right, so we just have 2 more little leaves to put in, and I know, Dana, I know, I'm sure that I'm gonna one day really love the auto threader. At this point right now, it's just not a seller for me. What I do love, and this is the first time I have, is the auto thread cutter. And I didn't really know if I'd like it, but I do. I do. To have that thread clipped for me, even when I'm just going, you know, doing my regular sewing, yeah, it's really nice. All right, so now we're gonna do a yellow leaf. And like I said, I mean, this is showing you, this has colors on the design, but because I am switching out, that doesn't feel right. Because I'm switching out the colors each time it gets to a new part of the design, you can really make whatever color you want. You don't have to follow the chart. I just know, okay, we're going to be doing this leaf now, so that feels like it's really tight. And then yesterday, I noticed I threaded it wrong. And it did about 2 stitches, and then it said stop and rethread your upper thread. So that was great. So if you don't, for some reason, thread it correctly, you can know that it's going to tell you it's not done right and then ask you to redo it. Okay, so Tammy, yours doesn't have, yours is a lower end one, and you can sew with it or do it. Does it have the same sort of removable plate system? So that's what I thought that was really cool, is that I'm not sewing with this big thing on there. I'm just sewing with, it looks like a totally regular machine, nothing embroidery. Okay, cool. So that's good to know. So Tammy has another option for you that doesn't have the Disney, but does it have a, if it has a USB port, then you can buy the Disney stuff separate and just put it on your machine. So, hey Mary, this one just uses this 4-inch hoop, and this is all I have right now, but I guess I need to investigate if I can use some other hoops on it, because people are thinking that maybe it can use some other hoops. So I haven't looked into other hoops, but I guess I need to see if I can get a bigger one on there. All right, so we're gonna put on our last leaf. And someone just mentioned, okay, so yeah, so if it has the USB port, then my guess would be you could go buy licensed Disney embroidery things and just add those on. Like I bought this fall one is not a built-in design. It was one I bought, and I've just loaded with the USB. So that would be, I think, obviously it's nice that it has these built-in Disney designs, but I don't also mind going and spending a couple dollars on a design I really want either. So you could just go do that. Put this in the kitchen and I'll do it. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Here, let's turn it. Let's turn it. Say hi. I'm sorry, did I roll on you? Say hi.
Hi. I want to see Mommy.
Oh, there's Mommy.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
I want to see the phone.
Okay, looks like you got yogurt on your face, huh? Yeah.
Yes, Mama.
Yes, Rosie. Okay, so I'll toast your bread in just a minute, okay? Well, probably like 10 minutes when I finish. Okay, so the very last thing we need to do is put the stems on the leaves. And I just realized yesterday when I did it, I only did 3 of these 4 colors for the leaves, so that the 4th color could be the stem. So I'm going to open a 5th color, green, to be the stems so that you can actually see it. And see if I can find the end of this thread. Oh, this is it. 2 ends are showing. Great. That's going to confuse me. All right, so let's put our last one on, and then we'll take it off and check out how it looks. And if I missed one of your questions, I'm sorry. I will go back through and take a look at them when this video is over and try to answer any questions that I missed. Okay, so now it's just putting the stems on the leaves. We'll see if this was a good color to choose. The stems are really tiny when I saw it yesterday, so it's not like it makes a huge it's not really a very distinctive part of the pattern, but we'll see. So, and then we'll take this off, and I will show you how it converts back to a regular sewing machine. So easy for just your everyday sewing. And then I'll try to turn it into a pillow. So another thing that I did yesterday that is one of the things I've done that's, I don't know, for me, I find when I look for pillow forms, like for couch pillows, they seem to be quite pricey unless you have a coupon or something. So I had some cheap IKEA pillows, and I took one yesterday and I chopped it in half to make two throw pillows. I took a big bed pillow and I chopped it in half. So that's what I'm using for my pillow forms, is a bed pillow chopped in half. But the pillow was like $5, and then I can get 2 pillow forms, and then it says finished embroidering, so then you know the design is complete. Okay, and then to take the hoop off, you just pull this lever here and then pop this back off, and then I'll pull it off. So, and there is my design. Kathy, I didn't think I was going to be that into embroidery either, but now that I have this, I'm like, ooh, so many ideas. Okay, so really easy. If I want to sew again, I just pop this off, and then, okay, like that. And then you do have to change the foot back. So just undo this a little bit, put your regular foot back on, and then, you know, 3 minutes later, I can be installing a zipper or whatever else it is I need to do. So look at how small and compact that gets, and you know, now I have just like this regular machine that I can. Okay. Oh, Sherry's got an option for you. You guys are all looking at machines. That's so fun. All right.